What's up guys, Drake's Card Tricks here, and in this video I'm going to finish off the trilogy I've been making on shuffling, just different methods for shuffling. And naturally, if this is the last part in the trilogy, then I'm going to make sure to end it up, or yeah, just end the trilogy with a bang. I'm going to show you guys how to do probably one of the best shuffles ever. The Faro shuffle. Now it appears like a shuffle that would just wreck the edges of cards. It looks like someone who doesn't know how to shuffle just going and jamming the decks together. But it's not that. It just goes in nice and just perfect and smooth, just like that. And then there are a lot of different applications you can do with the Faro shuffle. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So first of all, to do the Faro, you're going to have to get the right deck for it. Okay, so in this case I'm using Bicycle Fireflies playing cards. So, just any Bicycle deck will do. Bicycle, they're always really easy to Faro. If it's a brand new deck, then the edges are a bit harder to Faro with, so make sure that it's one that you have used a little bit, but you know, if it's way too used, for example, one of my oldest decks, the Bicycle Stargazer one, it's just gotten so worn down, and I've done so many Faros with it that it just really kind of wrecks the edges. And anyways, yeah, so just find one that's it can be brand new, but it's not as easy to learn with a brand new one, especially for beginners. So yeah, find one that's been used a little bit, and especially make sure that it's Bicycle. For example, I have this souvenir deck. It's not Bicycle, so it does not Faro very well at all. In fact, it doesn't Faro at all. Or at least not nearly as smoothly, as you can plainly see. And another one that I have that is very hard to Faro is the Maverick playing cards. So they aren't too hard to Faro, or, okay, never mind, yes, they are very hard to Faro. It was only recently that I was able to Faro one for the first time. But let's be honest, even that didn't look very smooth, so yeah, preferably just find a Bicycle deck, because they work the best for Faroing, in my opinion. So, once you have the right deck, in other words, Bicycle deck, then this is how it goes. So you're just cutting it in half, and you can, as you do it more, then you can master cutting it in the, like, right in the middle. It's not, I mean, like, I'll admit, I have not mastered it yet, but you just really kind of get a knack for cutting it as close to the middle as you can. So you cut it in the middle, just hold both of them in the straddle grip, and then what you're doing now is just take your pointer finger, your left pointer finger away, and your right pinky away, and then you're just kind of, you're not loosening your grip on them, you're just holding them pretty tight. And this is one that is just hard to explain how it's done. So yeah, just keep holding the decks so that they're squared up. You can even, yeah, I also advise that you just, like, hit them together a few times so that it's nice and squared up on the edges, and then just line them up, and then what you're doing is just pushing them together, and then it just goes just like that. So once again, just square them up and then push them together. So sometimes what you might have to do is do it so that it kind of bends them both a bit that way, but even doing it like that, it looks pretty cool. I mean, yeah, and doing it like that, you can see generally what's going on when you're doing the Faro. So, yeah, there it is. And then after you do the Faro, you can finish it off with maybe a bridge, or just push them together. I think you probably know how that looks, pushing them together. You can do a bunch of different things, like a giant fan, or maybe doing special bridges with it, like this triple bridge. Or if this video reaches 25 likes or more, then I'll show you guys how to do probably one of the best shuffles I've ever learned. Goes just like that. So make sure to like this video, and once it gets to 25 likes or more, then I'll show you guys how to do that shuffle. So just a few final notes. With the Faro shuffle, it's really good because with something like the bridge, or sorry, no, with the riffle shuffle, then it does mix them in well, but you can see it's like not quite as perfect as the Faro shuffle, like packs of like 2 or 3 cards, maybe more. But with the Faro shuffle, it makes it so that if you do it right, then they're intertwined perfectly, so that it's alternating one by one by one. With this right here, it's 2, but yeah, it just does it like perfectly, just like that. There may be a few different chunks of like 2, maybe 3 if you're unlucky, but yeah, it just does it so well. It's definitely probably just one of the most thorough shuffles ever, and I might be wrong about that. I probably am, but yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If it was helpful, make sure to leave a thumbs up, and again, once we get to 25 likes or more, then I'll show you guys how to do this shuffle. So share the video with your friends if you think they might find it helpful, and so that they can like it too, and then we can get even closer to learning that shuffle. And comment below on what video you want me to make next. Is there any shuffle that I left out in this trilogy, I guess? Then just go ahead and tell me in the comment section below. And as always, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Strikes Card Tricks signing off for now. Have a great day.